Personally, I've tried a lot of different donut recipes and I found that this is the best and the easiest way to make donuts and to make them come out looking pillowy and beautiful and divine every single time. To start our recipe, first things first, add in the water, then we're going to add in our sugar. After adding our water and sugar, we're going to add in our butter or margarine. I'll be using margarine for this video. Then we're going to add in our flour. After adding the flour, the last thing we're going to be adding is our yeast and we're done. Then we're going to add it into our mixer. The complete recipe will be left in the description box below. Just make it easier for you guys to be able to see it and work with it. So to start, we're just going to put it in our mixer. Now, if you don't have a mixer, I don't want you to feel like you can't make donuts without a mixer. To make it without a mixer, all you have to do is put it on your table at this point and then start kneading. It's just going to take a longer time, but if you knead it properly, you're going to achieve the same result. Now, if you're using your hands or your mixer, make sure that you knead it until you get to this point where it becomes really stretchy and soft. If you can see what it's looking like very creamy, very smooth. When you put it on your table, it is sticking to everywhere. At this point, you know that your dough is ready. We're then going to put flour on our worktop or on our table, and then we're going to knead it in just a little bit. We're not kneading in extra flour, we're just trying to make our dough to not be too soft. So I've just kneaded in the flour and then I'm going to cut our donut dough into pieces. Now we're cutting it into different pieces, which is going to be the measurements that we're going to be using. I like to measure my donut to make sure that all of them are about the same size. I'm trying to make sure that every single one of the donuts is 100 grams. That way, you're going to make sure that all your donuts are the same size. So if you decide to make sure that all of them are 100 grams or 50 grams, it depends on you and the size that you're looking for. But using a scale just makes everything look different. Just makes everything easier and makes everything look more unique and uniform. So then we're going to be adding my parchment paper to the bottom. To make the donut rings, you're either going to roll them and cut them out with the donut rings, or you're just going to roll them in this form, and then when I'm frying, I'm going to put a little hole in the middle and then get your donut rings. But it just depends on your preference. I'm then going to cover it with our napkin. After a few hours, it had risen very well and it was time to fry. Now to fry your donut, you don't want your heat to be too high and you don't want it to be too low so the donut doesn't soak in too much oil. So when you add your oil when you put your oil in your pot and you put it on the fire, whenever you are able to put your flour in and it just bubbles a little bit, then your oil is ready to fry. So we're going to put in our donut 2 at a time. You need your skewer at this point to fry, just to make sure that it doesn't scratch, because if you use a bigger spoon to fry, you're going to end up with dents on the donut and you don't want dents on your donut. You want your donut to come out looking perfect and beautiful. So I'm going to be turning it time and time again. So after frying one side for about a minute, I'm going to flip it over, fry the other side. This will help the donut to rise evenly as possible. So you can either drop your donut into the pot or you can just put it into the pot with the parchment paper. After it has started frying, you can then take out the parchment paper. I find that to be like the easiest way for me, and that's the way I prefer to do it, but it's up to you. So After flipping it time and time again to make sure that it is perfectly cooked, you're going to get your ring, which is what everybody is always looking for in a donut. And at this point, your donut is ready. If you can see, it's looking nice, it's looking good. I'm just trying to show you guys how to fry it. But frying a donut is the most important part of making a donut. If you don't fry it properly, you're not going to end up with the results that you need. So like I said, use a skewer. After frying for 1 minute on one side, flip it to the other side, fry for another minute or 30 seconds. Flip it again until your donut is perfectly cooked. At this point, when your donut is perfectly cooked, you can just pick it up with your frying spoon. Pick it up with a frying spoon like this. Put it in your basket or your bowl. Make sure that you put it with the bottom side. Make sure that you put it with the rough side at the bottom and the smoother side on top, and then you're going to fill it with whatever you want to fill it. And then you're going to fill it with whatever filling of your choice. I'm just filling it with jam, but you can fill it with whatever you want. But you can fill it with whatever you want. It truly is up to you. But this is recipe to get this delicious looking soft pillowy donut every single time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.